So guys, I didn't expect to go into this, but I'm going to talk to you about why the fact I don't drive. I was going to do 10 things about me, but it just came up. So anyway, here's the clip. I'm probably like the only guy you will ever know who's between the ages of like 20 and 25 who doesn't drive a car. I get public transport everywhere, normally trains, and the reason why I don't drive is when I was about 18 or 19, I actually had driver lessons. I did have them. I had 17 lessons, and I fell out with my driving instructor on a busy roundabout. So I'll tell you the story. First roundabout, okay? We come up to it. I check in my peripheral. I'm like, yep, there's a car there, but it's on my inside lane, so I'm going to pull out because I'm in the outside lane, right? I pull out, and he stops the car. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You didn't look. And I was like, yeah, I did. I looked in my peripheral. And he's like, yeah, well, make sure you look better next time. I was like, yep, okay. I just took it on the chin. Next one, second roundabout, pull up. Now this time it was my fault because I pulled out, but then I pulled out a little bit too early. And the car that was coming, it like stopped for me because obviously I'm a learner, so it figured it out like, oh shit, he stopped, I'll stop. But then both of us stopped. So I stopped, there was loads of cars like behind me like, hurry up, what the fuck are you doing? Probably not that exaggerated, but that's probably what they were thinking. I stalled the car in the middle of this massive roundabout. I was just a mess. I was trying to like sort it out, like clutching and like trying to get it into first and trying to pull off, and it was just taking longer than normally. Normally I'm quite good at putting it into first and off I go, but this time it was just a mess. And my driving instructor just lost his mind. So out of nowhere, he was just like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? What the fuck do you think you're doing? Hurry up, put it into first, hurry up. What are you doing? And I was sitting there, and this was my face. I was like, stay calm, just put it into first, there we go. Okay, stay calm. And he kept on, he was like, what the fuck are you doing? Hurry up. And I just cracked. And I was like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to drive a fucking car. He was like, what are you swearing at me for? And I was like, why do you think I'm swearing? I'm fucking panicking. And it was just a mess for about 20 seconds. Finally, I got the car off. We escaped the roundabout. And we were just in complete silence, this awkward silence for the next like 10 minutes as I drove back to my house. Got back to my house, got out of the car, and he said to me, you really need to think about like these driving lessons. Like, this is how he talks. He's common, so this is how he talks. He's like, you need to think about like these lessons. Like, I'm not gonna go in this car with you and drive you around if you're gonna be like this. You like swearing at me, being disrespectful. Like, I can't take it. So you need to go inside, like, have a think about it, and then you can call me back, innit? So I went inside and I told my mum and dad instantly what happened. They're like, what was that all about? Like, I saw him like talking to you outside. Like, what was that about? I was like, oh, well, basically just like started swearing at me on a roundabout, and I did swear back at him. And I did expect my parents to be like, George, don't do that. That's like disrespectful. Like, you shouldn't have done it. You should have controlled yourself. But my mum and dad were fucking flabbergasted. They were like, he did what? Because the funny thing is, we know the guy. This guy is my driving instructor. Was the fucking hockey goalkeeper. I used to play field hockey. He was the goalkeeper. I went to hockey the next day, like to train, and he didn't turn up. He wasn't there. He didn't want to show his face. And then for the first game back, he wasn't there again. Like, he didn't turn up again. I don't know if that's because something went happened in his personal life, or if he was actually just like felt too awkward to show up. But my parents were distraught. They had a word with him. We actually got like money back for the lesson. It was bad of me to crack, but it's even worse of him to do it because he's the professional. He's the instructor. He has to stay calm. He has to talk nicely to you. He can be stern with you, but he can't raise his voice and he can't swear because that creates a nervous, like, tense situation, you know. Yeah, that was that. And I haven't driven ever since. And that's not how I feel like I would, but I don't actually need to. It's not a priority at the moment because I do just get the train everywhere. I get the train to work, and I get the train home from work, and I do like a 10-minute walk, and it's actually like quite good for me because I do a lot of walking now. I think if I drove, I'd probably put on a couple of pounds because I'd probably just drive everywhere. It would be convenient to get to some places, but most of the time there is a train that goes from there to there, and you sit on the train, you can do what you want, you get your laptop out, you can do what you want for like 2-3 hours, and I do like that. Driving, I don't think I would. I don't know, people will grill me all the time, like, George, why don't you drive? Just learn to drive. You need it in your life. But right now I don't. But if I do, obviously I'm going to have to learn again. But yeah, that's a story about why I don't drive. But yeah, anyway guys, I wasn't expecting to do that story. I was going to do like 10 facts about me, but then that just came to mind, and that is a fact about me, that I don't drive. So I thought I might as well tell you. It could be a funny story. If you liked it, hit the like button. Leave a comment below with if anything like that has happened to you, if you had similar bad driving lessons or driving instructors in your life. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I've been George, and peace.